So this is the first exercise. So that is on Clevis Mountain bracket. So here we are going to make this component file open. So this is the final product, so final part that we are making. So we will use different types of sketch relations and those things. So these are the, as you can see, uh, so this is the final product, and these are the features or applied features in sequence. So I have used that. Okay. So then what you have to do is so you can. So this is the handle. So if you go to the handle, so you can see how this is made. Okay. So one by one, if I drag these things, so these are the extrudes that we have done, and then we have used this mirror feature, and then we have used this extrude cut command, and then we have these fillet commands. Okay, so these are the things that we have features that been applied to create this part. So we will go step by step. Okay, uh, so first we have to create this part. uh, One thing is that so there is a special concept called design intent. Okay, so design intent means so what we need uh, as requirement in the design. For example, if you consider this rectangle, so if I want the origin, okay, so if I want this origin as the center, okay, so as the center of this rectangle, okay, so I need a rectangle, and the center point of that rectangle is origin of that origin of the total model. Okay, so as we discussed, uh, previously discussed that we have three main geometrical entities that we are building our model. So we have we call origin, and then different planes. So these planes actually, so we can use to build them, and the origin is the center point of the entire model. So I need this rectangle to be in the center. So what I can do is, so I can add dimension. Okay, so I can add simple dimensions uh, like that. Otherwise, the main thing I can do is I can actually make a line like this, construction line. And as you know, the center of the rectangle is the midpoint of this construction line. So if I make a relation, so it will automatically change this to the center point. Okay. Another thing I can do is I can use a center point rectangle. Okay. So to demonstrate the use of the these use of these sketch tools, I sketch relations. So I will use according to this. Okay, so I will do according to the chart. Okay, so first step is to create. You have to select the top plane. So in the top plane, you have to create a sketch, and then you can add the dimensions. Okay, uh, so you can select top plane, select sketch, and then so this is the first option. Otherwise, so you can use this corner rectangle. So I just draw a corner rectangle, and then I will add a center line, or you just draw a line connecting this line to this line, and then I will select both of them. So you can select this button or holding control. So select this line and this point. And then there is two relations that is popping up. So this is midpoint. So if I select that, this point will be the midpoint of the line. So with respect to the fully defined entity. So here the origin is fully defined, is well defined. So if I draw here, you can see that it will move to the uh, these parts. Okay. So one important thing I missed is to unit document units. So you can change these document units to IPS. So I will use for this three decimal points. So for everything, I will do that. Click OK. So if you are changing the unit system in middle of a sketch, so it will automatically end the sketch. Okay. So what you have to do is, so you have to go and edit the sketch again. So then we have to add the dimensions. So here this one is 2 inches. So 2 inches. And this one is 2.75 inches. Okay. Yeah. 2.75. So 2.75 inches. So then we will go to the features and extrude command. And here, so make the relation tool. Uh, so extrude command make 0.5 inches extrude. Okay. So 0. So here it is 0.5 inch. Okay. So we have created the first feature, and the second feature is extrude command. So before we do that, we need to draw this kind of a profile. Okay. So you need to change this to so we have to select the right face of the base feature and add a new sketch on it. Okay. Um, and we have to draw this roughly, and we have to add other dimensions. So I will select. So this is the right face. So click on this right face and click here. Uh, uh, the next part is you have to draw this initially. Uh, So we will just draw a line. So zoom in and zoom out as necessary. And another thing is when you are at line tool, so you can hit A on the line tool, so it will create this as a arc. Okay. So I will hit A. So now it will creating a arc, and I will click here, and again it will change to a line. So this is a very good way of making profiles. This kind of closed profiles. So then we have to add this kind of a line and this kind of line. So don't worry about the changes. So just add the entity. So we will give necessary relations. So, but you have to make sure that it has one, two, three, four lines and a escape. So this is the things that we have to add. So this should be a horizontal line, and this should be vertical line, and this should be tangent, and this should be concentric. So we have to add those relations. Okay. So to do that, so one is I think automatically added. I will delete that as well. So I will click here and make it horizontal. It is a horizontal line, and then I will select this line and make it vertical. This line and make it vertical. Okay. And I will select this curve and this curve and make it concentric. So it will change this to like that. And then I will select this one and holding the control, I will select the other part. Okay. So to do dual selections, press control. While pressing control, select this line. Okay. These two lines and make it tangent. And then select this line and this line, uh, control and make it tangent. Okay. So likewise, you can add the necessary dimensions. So while so now we have added several dimensions. Then what we have to do is so we have to uh, add these things as well. Okay. Uh, so so I will add another relation. So for that, so I will select this line and this line and make them collinear. This point and this point, select these 2 points and make them coincident. And make this point and this point, make them coincident. And select this line and this point, make them coincident. Okay. So likewise, now you can see there is, we need to change necessary things. So we have to add these dimensions. So this total length, so go to the dimension tool. So I just click in the right mouse button and if I drag, there will be a circle. So I will stop here, select here. So give a value of 2.25 and then so this is 0.5 and then this is another one. So that is 0.5. So if I do like that, so I will have a fully defined sketch at the end. So we have defined all necessary geometries uh, and we have applied dimensions. So actually, this is one way of doing that. And if you know the idea, basic shape, the idea, basic shape idea, so you just draw that, without using much, without separately drawing it on the uh, i- outside. So you can directly draw these lines inside your model. So for example, you can select these points. So you can use line tool and do necessary changes. And then we have to have extrude boss. So extrude boss 0.347, sorry, 375, and we need to make this in this direction. So I will go to this features, go for extrude boss, and you can see it is not pointing in the same directions as in the book. So we will reverse it and make it okay. So we will have this kind of finishing. So then another part is, another thing is we need to create this same feature in here. So one way of doing that is, so you select this face and draw the same sketch and do that again. But here we have a special feature called mirror. So that means if you have a plane in between here, so it will act like a mirror. So it will create the exact same thing in the opposite direction. Okay. So to apply that, so this is why. So when you're drawing this one, so we have used top plane and make the origin as its center. So by making this center, you can see that so the front plane, sorry, the right plane is symmetrical around the model. So we can use that symmetric thing, symmetric property to create the same component. So I click a mirror, click on the right plane as my mirror face. So you have to select that mirror face, select right plane, and then we have to select the feature. So I will select this feature and click OK. So now you can see exact same feature is being created in this side. Um, the next part is that we have to, so after creating that part, so we have to create this huts. Okay. So for that, we have to draw this. So we have to draw this sketch. Okay. So I will select this face and create a sketch. Okay. So always remember that when you are selecting a plane, so we are drawing that on that plane. Okay. So not in the other plane. So if I select the right plane, top plane, so I am drawing the sketch on the bottom of this model. Okay. So always try to visualize where your sketch is. Okay. So I will select this circle and select here. And then I will again draw this line tool. So before I draw a line tool, so I will add a center line from here to midpoint here. So it will make us easy. So select, you draw the line and click here and then hit A in the keyboard and make a arc that is 100 and line. So I will show you a special relation. So these two lines should be symmetrical in the center line. So because of that, what I can do is to add a symmetric relation. So first you have to select the entities that they need to be symmetric. So this line and this line, and then you select the line where uh, it should be symmetrical. Okay, so if I select this line, so now I can see there is a symmetric relation. So if I add this, so this line and this line will be symmetrical along this center line. Okay. So now we have created the basic geometry. So now we have to apply the dimensions. So here this is 0.5. Then this is 0.125. Uh, and then this is 0.75. Okay. So we have created the basic feature. Go to features, go to extrude cut, and then we have to remove the material. So as the end condition, select through all. So this will remove all the materials. So I think I have made a mistake here. So all the sketches need to be uh, fully defined. Okay, so I missed that part. So we need to have closed profiles. Otherwise, we can't apply these 3D features. So always look whether this profile is closed. Okay. So to apply this extrude cut and extruded boss, so you need to have closed profiles. So I will select this extrude cut, select through all and click OK. So it will remove the materials as necessary. Okay. So as the final step, we need to apply fillets for these edges. So that is 0.125. Okay. So I will select the features. We have to add fillets and then select the edges that you need to have fillets. So here this is 0.125 and click OK. So it you will have the finished product. So you can refer the workbook. So I think it is easier you to refer this video and do the parts. Okay, so we'll move on to the next exercise. Okay, so that is, so there we need to have some more features.